I better quit while I'm ahead. Today, I'm in the wood yard. I've got a wood delivery, and we got some cleanup to do. Here we go. So it has been raining for 3 days now, and it finally quit. And I had a customer that called me a couple days ago and said, when the weather gets better, I want a face coat of oak. So the weather's better today. It's not raining. It's starting to dry up, and it's supposed to be good, I think, for the next couple days. So I backed into my pile of oak here, and I'm gonna throw in a face coat into the truck. And as you can see, I have beautiful new gravel in which to drive, because with the rain we had, if I would have had this being mud, it would have been soupy like it is back there. So definitely nice having the gravel, and I'm going to get some more, and that's part of what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to take you up over here and show you. Part of the wood yard that I don't have done yet is up over here, and that's what I'm going to be working on because I want to be able to bring my processor back here so I can start using it as soon as I can. So where this oak is sitting right here, I want to move this that way. So I'm going to start stacking on that end and just going to gradually work the pile back. And then all this debris right through here needs to be cleaned up, because I want to put gravel right up to where I got the pallets. And then all this needs to be stacked. And then all this debris through here, all these pallets, all these burls I have here, all this needs to be cleaned up, because I want gravel to go all the way through this direction. So all this is filled in with gravel, because this is where the processor is going to go, pretty much right about in here, right in this area, because this is kind of centrally located in the wood yard to where I can have wood dropped off all the way around and then stack it all the way around. So this is going to be the processor area once I get it back here, and I want to start using it like today, but I got to get this stuff done first. Because I can't put the cart before the horse. I got to get the cart organized and then hook up the horse. So that's what's going to happen. So I'm going to go load some wood right now. There it is, one face cord, or as some people like to say, because they prefer it, 1/3 of a cord. That's what it is. I had a guy just yesterday asked me in the comments how much fits in a 6.5 foot box. There you go. If you fill it loose like this, just kind of fold maybe a little bit of a heap to it, one face cord or 1/3 of a cord. Now if you stack it in here as tight as you can get a half of a full cord or 1.5 face cords. And if you crust it quite a bit with kind of a arch to it, you can get about 2 face cords or 2/3 of a cord if you really stack it just right. And then if you put sides on, if you put some posts on and some sideboards on, you can get a full cord in a half ton 6.5 foot box. But it's a load. It's way too much. This is about as much as you want to really put on. A half ton is supposedly supposed to be good for 1,000 pounds. 1,500 is pushing it. And when you're talking oak firewood, if it's wet, one full cord is about 5,000 pounds. If it's dry, you're probably in the 4,000 pound range, 35 to 4,000, just depending on how dry and how big your pieces are, things like that. So you're overloaded pretty much once you get that much wood on there, which is why I have a dump trailer, which is what I use for most of my bigger deliveries, which are the 2 face cords or 2/3 of a cord, or a full cord, or 4 face cords, or 5 face cords. That's why I have the dump trailer, so I can haul bigger amounts easier and let the trailer do the work, keep the weight off of the truck. Now another thing somebody just asked me about just recently is, do I have anything additional put on my truck as far as overload springs or airbags, things like that? No, not yet, but I sure would like to. I've been wanting to put on some overload springs for quite a while now, and it's on my list of to-do, projects. They're not even very expensive. For a couple $100, you can get a couple springs to put on. There's additional leaf springs, and they just U-bolt right on over the top of the other springs. They work fantastic. You can get them where the pair will give you an extra 500 pounds, or you can get a pair for 1,000 pounds, or 1,500, or 2,000 pounds. They make them just in different thicknesses and different strengths. And I'm thinking I'm going to get the 1,000 pound set so that I can get an extra 1,000 pounds. And the nice thing about, supposedly, that I've heard with these overload springs that you put on, it doesn't affect your ride at all, because it doesn't start to work until your truck is actually starting to get compressed down with the springs. So that's what I've heard, so we'll see. Because I really don't want to put anything on that's going to make it ride like a lumber wagon, which is what it is. But a little bit extra would be good, but I don't want to get ridiculous either. I just want to stiffen it up a little bit. The main reason is not so much for the squattiness, because I'm not going to really haul that much that I'm going to have, you know, it bottomed right out. What I worry about most is in Wisconsin here, especially when it rains, but really when it's icy or snowy, because you got your back end squatting down lower, your front end lifts up, you lose steering. And losing steering is not a good thing when you're pulling weight. So it's on my list to do. So we're gonna go deliver this load right now. There it is. A beautiful load of wood is delivered, and this is the kind of customer I really like. They just said dump it in front of the door, and the money's in an envelope in the front door. So all I gotta do is stop, drop it, go. All done. Now I'm gonna take a picture of it and send it to them saying that it's here. So there's that. So what's happening here is I got these timbers we used when we unloaded the processor. We used it to hold it in place while we jacked it. So I'm gonna haul these out of here back with the rest of the storage stuff to get this area cleaned up here, because I got lots of organization to do. So we're gonna load these up and take them back and put them with the rest of the timbers I've got stored in the back. And I got the grapple on, so I guess it'll work good enough. Bucket would be better, but this is what I've got, so just get them stacked in here. I better quit while I'm ahead. Got the rest of the cherry stacked here. I got the ash that was right there stacked in that row. There's a face cord there, and I got a start of a row here. I picked through this pile here and got some of the kindling out. There's still going to be more in there when I rake it up more. And then I raked up this whole area after moving the pallets over there. So after I get this cleaned up and get this debris out of here, then the next thing I'm going to do is there's a little bit of the edge of the berm right here. I don't know if you can see that. There's like a little hill here, and then it's up a little higher right here. You can see it's, I don't know, 2 feet high, something like that. Because I want to dig this out right through here yet with the bucket and dump that back in the lower area in the woods there. And then this will all be nice. I'm going to level all of this off is basically what I'm going to do. And then that cherry that's over there, that the pile that tipped over, that's going to be sold. There's only about half of a full cord there, so that'll all be sold and I'll get rid of that. And then this whole area here will be open, and the processor is going to go right in this area. That's the plan anyway, so it's coming along. Still got lots to do. There's a lot of cleanup to do in the wood yard from during the winter. I got stacking up the wazoo. Yes, wazoo. A lot of stacking. I got stacking over here. I got stacking back over there. There's just so much work to do. You guys should come help. I need help. No, I'm just kidding. I enjoy doing this. Whew, that's enough work for today. So you know what you're going to do now? You're going to poke some buttons. And if you're looking for something else to watch, there's another 700 videos on my channel you can go check out. Otherwise, tomorrow morning, 5:30 a.m., there'll be another video just for you. Yep, just for you I make it. Just for one person, you. Between now and tomorrow. Get outside, get cutting. Good night. I read.